Hello and welcome. It's been a while. I thought I would surprise you all with this tarot reading. This reading is your energy right now and what's about to hit you next. So, what's about to hit you next, it doesn't have to be negative or positive. It is literally just me going to be reading the energy of what's coming in for you next. So, like a prediction, the first part would be about where you are now, and the second part will kind of be like where these energies are expected to take you. Remember, these tarot readings are for entertainment purposes. And if you would like a personal, private reading, I still do those. The details for that can be found in the description box below. And let's get into it. So, we're going to start with your current energy around you right now. So, right now, I'm kind of seeing you're in an energy of, how do I want to put this? You're learning to become very skilled at what you do. So, it could be, think about any environment that will apply to you. I'm definitely seeing a big emphasis on work, especially if you are a teacher or you are someone that works with children or you are someone that works with um, those who are disabled or those who have special needs. If you are somebody who works with people in general, there's a very big thing on you kind of making a huge impact where you are. So wherever you are, whatever environment it is, whether that is work or whether that's something else that you're doing, whatever you've taken on, you feel proud, you feel like you're really coming into your own. And I think a lot of people will notice the change in you because of the value you're bringing to this particular environment. So you're well liked and people will find you to be, they would probably come to you for advice. I'm really getting the work field that you're in, but it could literally be anything. So just bear that in mind. But it's the main message that's coming through to me here is that you've put in the work, you've learned your craft, or you've learned the thing you're doing, or you're a big asset to this environment, and you're starting to show up in a different light for yourself because of it. So it's feeding back into your life because you're feeling a lot more confident, you're feeling a lot more um maybe like you're following the right path for you, which is in turn keeping you in a, or helping you to be in a position of empowerment is the word I want to use. You're in a position of empowerment. So it might be a thing of you are now able to empower yourself better than you ever have before, which means you can teach that to others. So I feel like it's not just in a work environment or a particular place that you're at, or whatever environment it is. I feel like it's also across the board. So your friends and your family will be noticing the changes in you, and you'll notice that a way to kind of tell that this is for you is that you'll notice a lot of people are coming to you for advice. Sorry, I can feel that big time. Like they value your opinion, they value what you have to say, and people are, taking you seriously. And that feels good for you because you honestly feel like you put the work in to get to that place, through life experience, through learning the hard way, through, walking the shallows of the valleys of the, what is it, shadow valleys of the shadow of death or whatever. Like you've gone through all that stuff and you've come back the other side even better because you have put the work in to become a better version of you, and that is showing up big time. So then we move on, we have judgment and destiny. In fact, sorry, before we move on, I want to go on to what I see here, which is a change in income. So at the moment, you might be finding that you're struggling. But again, how you'll know this part is for you is that you might find that even though you might be struggling physically, like maybe you've got a lot on that you're juggling, or financially, you can't seem to quite get it together financially. Your mentality, your energy, your mindset is moving towards more abundance because of what you know. So the more you're experiencing this energy of, I know things line up for me, I know that I am aligned, I know this, I know that, you're pushing yourself with the Wheel of Fortune into, you're kind of like shifting things big time, like shifting your timeline into more finances, more ways to do things. Things are going to be aligning for you more because you're learning to listen. And the learning to listen is such an important part, because I feel like before you might have been trying to control outcomes, do things your own way. And because you are letting go and letting loose a little bit, because you're seeing the results of when you do that, you are going to learn to kind of let go and let God, so to speak. But because of that, I feel like, in general, your energy is no longer matching this energy, which is like the Two of Pentacles, trying to keep things afloat. I'm really feeling financially, but you can take it in any way. Anything that you find yourself having most challenges with when it comes to trying to balance this. It could be, your family life and work. It could be the money that, income versus expenditure. It could be, I don't know, you still live at home, you're trying to move out. I don't know what it is, but I can see that whatever this is, it's about to change for the positive. So there's a change on the horizon when it comes to that, and it's a positive one. Okay. um Judgment card and Destiny with the Five of Wands is definitely talking about being called and pulled in a new direction. You are literally shifting timelines, your energy shifting, you're moving on into something new. There's no aces here, but that's the feeling, like you're just wrapping up old cycles in preparation to move towards something new, which we will be looking at in the next spread. But with partnerships and alliances, it looks like you are going to be surrounding yourself with ambitious people. Okay, I definitely heard ambitious women. Like, there'll be a lot of networking going on. 3 is the number of collaboration, network. Um, but I feel like you will be aligning with people that are like-minded, and that is going to drive you more. That is going to inspire you more. I feel like you're going to be learning a lot from a particular group or a place that you're in, or whoever is around you at this time. It's definitely spiritual and it's not coincidence. The people that are around you are the people that need to be around you, because you are going to be learning a lot. And it's like wisdom that you can't buy. So maybe these people are older, they have more life experience, maybe they're better at something, they have certain strengths, and where you lack, or whatever it is. I just see you surrounding yourself with more people of this kind of energy, and that's going to be helpful too. With the Tower at the bottom of the deck, it looks like a lot of changes are happening, a lot of shifts are happening, and we're going to see what those shifts are. So let's look at what's influencing this energy, what's causing or shaping it, however you want to say it. Let's see. I'll be back. Okay, welcome back. So, what's influencing this? You started to make choices that are healthier for the future you. So, there's at some point you decided you want to change. You moved towards that energy, whether you asked, whether you prayed for that. Like, I want change. I'm getting that line from Ciara where I think it's what is that song called? It's gonna annoy me now. Or Sierra, however you pronounce it, where she says, ask ask God to take out everything toxic out of my life, and baby he did. Yeah, baby he will, yeah. Your Greatest Love, that's what it's called. If you haven't heard that song, it's by Sierra. It's called The Greatest Love. I think it's about Russell, but that's another story. They are cute together, but yeah, that line came to my head definitely. So I feel like if you haven't been praying, then your energy has been asking for a detox. In the recent past, we're talking. This is the influence of why you are where you're at now, and the energy you're at now is getting ready to move forward. So the momentum behind the energy of that is this spread. And what I'm saying is, you've been working on making healthier choices that align with future you. So the way you want to be, how you want to act, how you want to come across, the confidence you want to have, your whole self-image was created in your mind. And in order for you to move closer towards that self-image that you have in mind, you understood the assignment and you made sure that you got rid of anything that wasn't serving you, that wasn't making you feel good, that wasn't aligning with that version of you. And it might have been a very difficult road or some hard lessons were learned, but with the Queen of Swords, you completed the task. You understood the assignment. You made it happen. You get an A-star. Honestly, like, it's really good energy. And with new vitality and the Fool, it's like you're letting go of the past. Like, emphasis on letting go, emphasis on past. I think that's a huge achievement and accomplishment for you to say, actually, yesterday is history. The present, what is it? Yesterday is history. Today is, what is that? Tomorrow is a mystery. That's it. That's all it is. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. I feel like you've taken that on, like, big time. I don't need to dwell on the past. I don't need to understand all the time why things happen. I just need to keep moving forward and taking the lessons from it. And you really understood the assignment. I can't say it enough. Look, master. This is like spiritual mastery. And with the Seven of Pentacles is like, how did you show up for yourself? What's shaping this energy? I'll tell you what's shaping the energy, and I'll tell you how you show up for yourself. It was consistently, it was with effort, it was with strategy. It wasn't with, it wasn't without, sorry, it's difficulties. Sometimes you might have even thought, will I all things ever change for me? Will I ever be where I want to be? Will I ever be the person that I want to become? Sometimes it might have been daunting and feeling like, am I doing the right thing? Am I choosing the right things? Am I going the right way? Or am I still the same as I was? Am I putting all this work in vain? And the answer is no. And I think you recently might have started to, so I don't want to make this sound cliche, but it really seems like you have been pouring back into yourself and really showing a lot of love and effort and energy for yourself the way you would for others in the past. Whether that was in friendships you overgave, in romantic partnerships you overgave, in family dynamics you were the one that overgave, or you had to play mediator, or you had to be the one that kept everyone good, or whatever it is, or you're the caretaker, or you always have to be the responsible one. In this period recently, you have been showing up for you in the way you've been showing up for others, and that has caused you to understand yourself and show compassion to yourself and feel differently about yourself. And that is the energy that's shifting you and moving you forward with momentum into what we're about to get into. So we're going to look at what's shifting or changing right now, what's beginning to release or move from your energy field, and what are the shifts that are coming in. So I'll meet you back here in a second. Oh, hello there. Okay, so we've moved back into what's shifting, what's changing, what's beginning to release or move from your energy field. Okay, so what's beginning to move, what's beginning to release? We have feeling alone and Page of Cups. So I definitely want to reassure you, you are exactly where you need to be. Things have been happening for a reason, and you're almost coming full circle in a way. And now you're reaching the end of your cycle, and now you're shifting into something more new, which is what this is about anyway. But where you were before, probably more recently, you've probably been spending a lot of time alone. Reasons being, one, you were going through changes and transformations, so that might have felt uncomfortable. So you might have not felt your best self all the time to be around people. You might have had a low social battery in that sense. But there was a lot of changes happening for you. As well as that, I feel like it's like as you're expanding there's some people in your life that aren't going to align with that, and that's gonna feel even more uncomfortable. So you might have noticed turbulence, or little small conflicts within certain relationships of yours, or feelings of like maybe needing to give time and space in certain relationships, and that feeling is because you're, growing and it's uncomfortable, and perhaps the people around you when that was happening, it became, I don't see anything serious happening, and there's no cards to indicate that anything serious happened, but maybe you were feeling misunderstood around that time, even more so. And it just led you to feel lonely, or like, you know, questioning who are my real people, or who are the people that are going, like, that maybe they're not just like there because we have a long-standing relationship, or there because it's duty or something like that, that are actually there because we align and we have the same, similar beliefs or values or things like that, and we want to see each other win, kind of thing. If you don't have the same beliefs, it doesn't mean that, you can't be friends with someone. You can't, like a family member because of it. It's just your mind is opening as you understand. It feels like as you understand and learn how to have less judgment and more compassion. And as you're doing that, and as you're learning to compromise more in relationships, I think it's just like finding that. So adjusting to that was maybe a bit of a challenge, because five, again, challenges, change. So it was uncomfortable. But I think within that uncomfortability, you kept yourself feeling safe, and you realized that you were never alone. Even though it's got feeling alone, you, with the light in your hand, it's like you realize you are never alone, and the the world is so much bigger, and there's so much more, and you understand that the people around you, or the support network that you have, there's an appreciation for that. And I'm seeing a home that she's looking at, so it could be family. It could be an environment that you grew up in or something like that, but it's kind of like a home is where the heart is. So maybe you leaned on family a lot for strength around that time. So the shifts that are coming in is spiritual strength. I mean, like I don't want to keep on saying it, but it's like a star, like your spirit's top student. Like honestly, like you take the things that you go through, you take the pain and you turn it into, you spin it round and you turn it into something that you can learn from, that you can understand yourself. You use it as an opportunity to help yourself grow, and then that has you in the Nine of Cups, like feeling content, feeling confident, feeling self assured, feeling like you know yourself, your positive sunshine side as opposed to your shadow side. And this is taking work, but I feel like you're practicing less judgment and more compassion, more empathy, more sympathy, and more understanding. So you're moving into finding balance. There's something new that's on the horizon for you as well. Let's look at what that is, because that's exciting. I see like a little, it feels like a prize, or something that's going to be given to you, um, a skill that you're going to be learning, but let's look into it after. And then wisdom, again, like you've proactively chased, well, let's not say chase, you've aligned with a certain amount of knowledge that is going to help you moving forward into this next space. It's like you've acquired a certain amount of knowledge, and you can now move into this new energy. It's literally like being in school and graduating, ready to move up spiritually, energetically. Everything is there. So you're going to be you're on a different frequency, basically. You're on a different timeline, you're on a different frequency, however you want to say it. You are going to be moving forward. That means if internally things are changing, then by law and naturally externally, your environment, the things around you, the people around you, your experiences are going to naturally change. So I want to see, and on the bottom of the deck, sorry, is coming together. And it's the number 2. Again, number of balance, number of partnership, connection. And with it coming together, I feel like, again, like you're going to be inviting in new people in this new energy of yours, because you're no longer the same person that you were. So it doesn't mean that, oh, dump everyone that was ever in your life from the past, but it may mean that, some people fall off, and it may mean that some situations are continued, but it's not the same, or you have stronger connections with other people. And that's fine. You're not a bad person for wanting to have people around you that fit with who you are today. It's more difficult than it sounds. Sometimes it means you know what you have to do. There's certain things, people, situations, environments that you are going to have to leave behind every time you level up. And that's just the way it is. And I want to say this: you cannot take everyone where you are going. You can't take everyone where you are going. I want you to remember that. In fact, that's going to be the title of this reading. So let's look at this Page of Pentacles, because I feel like it is something exciting. Let's see. So can we clarify this Page of Pentacles, please? The Wheel of Fortune. Ooh, that literally fell on here. Whoa, okay. Okay, it feels like the cards are being quite secretive, I'll be honest. It's just like, just know there's going to be change, and it's going to be positive. Just understand that. Again, enlightenment, understanding. Seems like something you're learning. That's the gift. I don't mean to disappoint you. I don't know if it's necessarily a physical gift. I feel like it's you're gifted with enlightenment, with some new. It feels like there's levels to this ish. I just want to explain it better. I'm finding it difficult, but it feels like you're unlocking certain levels. Like if you were to see it as like a game, you'd be up on the next stage. You're leveling up again, and that the gift that you'll receive is like wisdom. But you will be able to take that gift and make it into something that you can be proactive with, like vision, skill is something that you will be able to pass on or pass down. It's part of your soul's purpose, your life's experience. So it's like, okay, you're at this level now, you can receive this. Kind of like what I was saying with the graduation. You can receive this award, you've achieved this. The Ace of Swords and the Seven of Swords fell out on the Nine of Cups. That was completely accidental. But again, it shows me there's a shift in perspective. That is like your gift. That is your reward for going within and reflecting and understanding more about yourself and more about others. And like I said, the compassion, etc., that you have been showing to yourself and others, showing up for yourself and others, and wanting to be that better version of yourself and taking actions towards doing so. And it just shows that you are no longer in a deceptive kind of mindset, and you have reached a point of clarity and understanding, and through less judgmental eyes. I don't know why I keep hearing that, but maybe judgment was clouding your ability to be a good friend, a good sister, a good brother, a good daughter, a good whoever, and it's helpful that you're now trying to see things from perspective of we are all human, and we all have our ways, or we all have these things, or we all have our flaws, and it allows you to also, so it's like a a double-sided coin. Like, it also allowed you to be less judgmental on yourself, which is really nice. So what's coming out of your energy is the feeling alone. You're going to be making a lot more partnerships and connections. It could be a romantic one with this coming together, but I feel like in general, there's a lot of people going to be more attracted to you that are coming into your energy. You're going to have more people in your life that are like you, that are of a certain perspective or mindset. Obviously, you attract who you are, not necessarily what you want. So you're going to be attracting people that are like you, that are on the same page as you, that are on the same frequency as you, the ones that are on the same sort of um, spinning disc as you. Like, you've jumped on, and the people that are on that spinning disc, it's just another frequency, but they might have things, commonalities, common ground. They might be working on a business and you're working on your business at the same time, so it's going to be helpful to you in terms of what we saw in the beginning, like the ambitious side of you, get you going, get you moving, going in the right direction and inspiring each other. Definitely got an energy of you kind of being the teacher, but I do feel like it's more, there's others around you that you're going to be learning a lot from. Maybe maybe they have had a business for a while, is what I'm feeling. This business is just an example, but maybe they've had a business for a while, and you meet them, you guys come into each other's lives, and they're able to kind of be a mentor in that sense. I'm getting like mentor energy, like guidance, someone that's been doing this and can kind of show you the ropes. Let's see what's about to come towards you, and I'll be back. Hello. Okay, so let's look at what's coming up next, what's coming towards you. There's that too again, and it's just like the same message is kind of out here in a different way. We've got believe and succeed with the 6. We've got the Queen of Swords in this position again. You are focused on a plan. There's a plan, there's a strategy that you want to stick to, because you know that by hook or by crook, you're going to get whatever it is that you desire. You've been focused on this, you've been invested in this, and there's a plan, there's strategy. You're focused on succeeding in whatever it is that you've put your mind to, and that will be whatever it is for each of you will be different. But again, this is what I was saying about the rewards: movement, choices, decisions, and the 3 of Wands, expansion. Sorry, these cards are so similar to each other. I don't know why, but let me show you. Movements, decisions, and choices. It's like you've got options. It's like, where do you want to move to next? It feels like a level up, like your soul, your higher self. You can feel energetically. It's like they are making a choice or decision on what they want to go towards next. It's like a gift, spiritual gift. I genuinely see spiritual gifts here. It's like you've unlocked a new gift because of the expansion that you've created. The ones are all about productivity, proactiveness. This is something that you've done. This is energy that you managed to change. And so we got change again with the 5. And remember what I said about finances? Got financial and material changes coming here. We said that with the 2 of Pentacles we saw earlier. It's maybe have been a slow road, self-discipline, budgeting, being more strict on yourself or your environment, or sort through tangible things, or you've just been in a planning and preparation mode. But I think the changes come with mindset, of course, and that's what we do a lot on this channel. It's a mindset shift. The mind is what changes first. The shift within the mind is the first thing to change. Naturally, we are the only ones standing in our own way because of the limitations that we put on ourselves. And the limitations come from our belief system. And our belief system is what dictates to us what we can and can't do, not the reality. So it's kind of like what I saw in one of these clips. I think it was on Instagram. And they put an ant on the paper and drew a circle around it. and the ant would not leave that circle. It was trying to find different ways to get out, and or bug, whatever bug it was, trying to get out. And they done one with a spider as well. Again, drew the circle, tried to get up the circle, it couldn't get out. And it was just a drawing, it was just a black marker that had a circle. And the spider wouldn't leave the circle, just trying to find different ways to get out. I can't remember what they said they did differently the second time when they drew the circle. And they let the spider out, even though the circle was here. And the spider always walked around the circle, it never went back into that circle because it had already understood that it could break free. It broke free from that. It didn't need to go back in. It understood. So it very much feels like that for you, not comparing you to a spider, but it just very much feels like there's no going back now. And you're being blessed. Like, I can't stress this enough. You've learned to detach. You have detached from things that weren't serving you. You've made peace with it. Maybe before you had let things and people go, but at this point you have made peace with it. You're in a space of like, it is what it is. That's the feeling, like it is what it is. Judgment is a decision you knew you had to make if you wanted to be the person that you aspire to be. Okay, so the things that are coming in for you are spiritual gifts, and how that's going to play out in the physical, tangible world is going to be left to be seen, because I really don't feel like I really don't feel like I'm supposed to say. Just know that whatever's coming next is going to be exciting, and we have your dreams coming true at the bottom of the deck, which is beautiful. Well done, your dreams are coming true. Whatever you've been desiring, like this person has the universe in their hands. You've been understanding how to really shape your reality, how to really get what you want, how to really get what you desire in an effective way. And it's like you found the formula. And you're like, now I have it. I'm not stopping here. I'm just getting started. Woo! Okay, so let's look at finally the advice. And I will let you go on with your merry lives. The final advice would be, what action will help you align with what's coming? I'll see you in a sec. Welcome back, guys. As if you got 999 in the beginning of your spread. When I looked, I was like, oh my God, 999. You got 9 darkest fears. You got 9 spiritual strength, which came out again, may I add. And then you got 9, which is seek. 999 in the UK is equivalent to 911 in the US. I don't know what the emergency numbers are anywhere else, but it's emergency services that you would be calling. So I think the message here is, when you are find yourself returning back to your old patterns or ways, remember to lean on your team for either advice, support. It's not just anyone physical. So what I mean by that is, if you usually find comfort and strength in your family, go to them. If you usually find that your friends, go to them. But I'm definitely picking up spiritual team. Speak to your loved ones on the other side. Speak to your ancestors. Speak to your spirit guides. Speak to God. Speak to the universe. Whatever resonates with you, remember you're not alone. So when you're facing these challenges and you're going through your fears, it's a good idea to lean on the support that you have spiritually and physically. So it's giving me the energy of, you're not completely out the woods, yet, in terms of you're still human. You're still going to have times where you relapse and you start thinking that old way, because you're only on the precipice of moving into that new energy. And so the question was, what action will help you align with what's coming? And so the answer to that is to rely on your spiritual team and physical people in your life. So you are moving out of a certain emotional energy. So I was saying before, this might have been that you overgave, you overextended, or you're a people pleaser. Whatever it is someone that's not fulfilled with that reality anymore, with those circumstances anymore. And so you are moving to find more contentment, which is 9 again. The 9 of Cups is contentment, is joy, is a step after the 8 of Cups. So it's talking about feeling fulfilled within. And there are going to be times where certain fears or anxiety or whatever creeps in. And like I said, the answer to that is leaning on your support network, whether spiritual or physical. Can't stress that enough. Spiritual strength is here again. It's asking you to remember with Seek here and the Two of Swords. Remember the lessons that you've learned. Remember how far you've come. Remind yourself, reward yourself. Get yourself into the mindset of change not being linear, and you're going to have those times where you fall back into certain patterns or certain ways of doing things, and it's just about reminding yourself of the why did you start this, and motivating yourself to continue on this path, or allow yourself to say, okay, today wasn't the best day, or okay, I found this out, okay, this was out of my control, but you know what, I'm not going to allow it to ruin my time. Maybe I feel annoyed today, but I'm going to sleep. Tomorrow's a new day. Or maybe I, can't achieve this, or maybe I didn't do that. Whatever obstacles or challenges you're going to have, you need to remember that it's not personal. It's not an attack on you. It's not something that's there to set you back. You're going through changes again with the 5, and it's just about bridging that gap. That's kind of like where you are now to where you're going to be. It's with obstacles and challenges, it's like that little gap, just bridging it. But you see, again, the orbs are around this person's feet and around this dark space. So again, you're still being guided, you're still being protected. You've also got the 6 of Cups. Again, it's just about returning to old patterns. With the Temptation card on the bottom of this deck, it's just reminding you to when you get yourself into that kind of place of how to use the tools that you've learned so far. The temptation under that is rest and rejuvenation. I do think it's something coming through to say that it would be a good idea for you to meditate as well, because when you meditate, you are less reactive and more responsive, and you're present, and that's going to help you at this time align with what's coming to you and understand that you're so close, then you'll be fine. There might be something that comes up that causes you to feel a bit, off balance, off kilter, or just kind of like, oh, I didn't plan for this, or I didn't prepare for this, I didn't expect this to come. It could be something in particular. It could be just asking you when it feels like that, when it feels like, oh God, I feel overwhelmed, oh God, I feel anxious, oh God, I feel like I'm doing this by myself, oh God, I feel like I've bitten off more than I can chew. When you feel overwhelmed like that, it's just asking you to self-soothe. Remember that you didn't just get here overnight. It's kind of like that feeling of imposter syndrome. You've been doing the work to get here already. So therefore, you should absolutely understand that you are built for this, something you've been preparing for. So they want you to remember that, you are ready because they've been preparing you for it too, whatever this is. You move into your next phase. It looks positive, and don't let this message scare you. It's just kind of a reminder that you're close, and you're not far at all, and you don't want anything to come in and ruin that. Different kind of temptations, or low vibrational energy testing you, or things like that. You got this, do not give in, do not surrender, do not let anything that isn't worth it take this away from you and have you, going all around the houses to get back to this point. Like, go for it now. The opportunity and the doors and the windows are all open. And you're ready to kind of go through it, claim your gift, and take on this next frequency. So good luck with that. And if this reading did resonate, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the bell. Show your appreciation for the video, and I will speak to you soon. If you want a personal reading, details are in the description box below. Your mindset matters, so let's create magic. Goodbye. I'll see you in the next one.